requires us to do things that we normally wouldn't do. But if you don't want to be fragile emotionally, if you don't want to have the daily grind wear you down, if you're tired of quitting every time it gets tough, you've got to learn how to change. When I'm talking about the change, I'm talking about it to where God was in Christ, reconciling the world unto himself. And then he tells us that we become new creatures in Christ. Old things pass away, change. When somebody hurts you, come to the altar. Why? There's a change that's going to take place. It's not going to be there after you leave the altar. It's not going to be there to haunt you. It's not going to be there to torment you. You'll be able to lay it on the altar and say, God, it's for you. And God says, that's what I'm here for. He gives you that peace that passeth understanding. Every head bowed. You see, you've got to change. A dog still digs a hole the same way he dug a hole 2,000 years ago. But we as men and women, we have changed the way we dug holes over the last 2,000 years. Because we know that there's a better way to do it. I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people that hold on to the past. There's a lot of people that hold on to hurt and bitterness and disappointment. They hold on to words that have pierced their very soul. They hold on to things that have tormented them, and they can't seem to let it go. But I'm here to tell you, friend, that over 2,000 years ago, there was a God that robed himself in the flesh and went to Calvary and shed his blood. And when he shed his blood, it washed us. And it made us a new creature in Christ. There's a better way to do it. Quit trying to save the chickens and come to an altar and lay them down on the altar, and you can leave here with doves. You can leave here with forgiveness. You can leave here with peace of mind. You can leave here with something that's real and something that lasts. Your wife and your husband, you can get along for the first time in a long time. Why? Because I left everything on the altar. These altars are open now. I wish we'd all come around these altars for a few moments. I didn't preach very long, and I think if we all came around these, if you're a visitor, come pray with us. Ask God to help you buy ducks today. Don't leave here the same way you came. Don't try to save your chickens today. If there's something in your heart that needs to come out, it's time to buy ducks. If there's been something festering in your mind, if there's something that's bothering you, if there's a habit that you can't get rid of, don't hold on to it any longer. Don't try to save your chickens. Don't go through the motions and just knock the fruit off the tree of sin. But let's come in today and let's buy ducks. Let's lay the axe to the root of the problem. And let's stay here until God gives us that peace that passes all understanding. Come on, Praise Tabernacle, we're a family. Come on, quit trying to save your chickens, girls. Come on, it's time to buy ducks. It's time to buy into this living for God. Don't you dare lose your purity. Don't you dare lose your virtue. Young boys, it's time to grow up. It's time to be young men. It's time to be a man of God. It's time to sell out and say, God, somehow give me direction. Let me tell hell I'm not coming. The next time something tempts you, just tell hell I'm not coming. I'm not going to save my chickens today. I want to buy ducks. I want to buy something that's real. I want to sell out to God. Come on, leave everything on the altar today. Leave every disappointment. Leave everything that you've got to come against. Leave it at the altar today.